And we're live.
What is
Hey.
up, everyone? Danny, Bradley, what's up?
Hey.
Nothing much, man. How you guys doing?
Good. Welcome, everybody, to the Stylus League for 5/7/2021. Mike
Did you just
Thompson.
check your computer calendar for that?
I didn't know what day it was. I'm not good with the calendar. You saw that? Just shut up, Brad.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay. I'm Mike. And
I'm Danny. Sorry, I'm looking at my reference over here, cracking up.
And that's Brad in the back checking me already.
Brad.
Checking me at like 25 seconds into the show. If you guys are new to the Stylus League, welcome. Danny and I are working on a 80's theme cartoon characters. Danny, who you got over there?
Skeletor in progress.
Skeletor in progress, and I have Lion-O in progress. Bradley, you don't even have to ask. I'm rocking the Doom ring to give me power tonight.
We got Doom tonight.
Doom off the jump, right off the jump. So, how was you guys' week? How are you doing this week?
Busy but good.
Good. Can't complain.
Nice.
And if you're watching us right now on our proper channel and our new home, thank you for following us over to the Stylus League on YouTube and Twitch.
Oh,
thank you.
Your name is Bradford now. That's the thing.
Bradford Marcellus.
Yeah, your name is Bradford.
Hey, I got my pinky finger up. You can't see me, but I'm that Bradford right now.
Nice.
Very nice. Hey, what's up, Eagle Saft? I was butchering names like crazy yesterday on my stream for Pixo Danny. It was not nice. It was not cute.
Nice.
Yeah. And he had so many questions. He rage quit questions. He's like, too many questions.
I did. So I've become very reliant on Bradley to field the questions, and I got like really annoyed at the fact that I got so far behind yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's like, come on Friday, I'll answer your questions.
Exactly. So we're starting already. Don't start yet. What are we supposed to do? Pencils down yet. We're not picking them up. So yes. Danny, you start this week. I think we'll make it a habit where you start and you show your video. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get mine.
So I'm just gonna do mine live here. Basically, this is where Skeletor is. I will demonstrate tonight the rig that I put in him, the automatic rig for Maya, and how to pose and update and all that kind of stuff. So you guys will see.
Danny, can you hold Bradley? Can you give him full screen?
I sure will.
Yep.
Sorry about that.
Yep. So you guys will see a demonstration of how to do a super quick, super simple pose that you'll still have to sculpt into, but it'll give you posability. If you need to do characters in multiple poses, this is a good way to do it if you're a Maya user, right? So this is sort of where the sculpt is. I'm still figuring out a couple of things on the armor, but overall I'm happy with where the silhouette is. And now it's just a matter of refine until the finish next week. So that's where I'm at.
That's looking fresh, man.
Thanks, man.
So for mine, I'll just throw up a video real quick, show you where I am. I went basically and refined the gear on him, figured out some of the armor, and then what happened? Worked on the sword a little bit. Worked on the pose yesterday. If you watched my ZBrush live, I kind of got him into a pose, and I did that by cutting him basically into parts, and then I was able to do like extreme angles on his legs, and I didn't have to worry about deformation, things like that. And then I dynameshed it all, not dynameshed it, I booleaned it all back together and filled in the gaps. So that's where I am right now. That's where I am now.
Yes.
Yep. So Danny, what are you working on today? You said you're posing your guy, you're throwing him into Maya for the is it called Rigify?
No, there's a thing called Human IK
Human IK.
in Maya, and it's probably not robust enough to do serious animation. But if you're going to be doing stuff where you're just posing characters, it can give you a serious leg up. There are some weird limitations to it, though. Like, he's modeled in a T-pose now because this tool basically likes T-poses to start a little better, right?
Yeah.
So he looks funky for a while, but once you can sort of play around with the pose a bit, it's actually, I think it's worth it. I've been using this a lot lately, and I dig it.
Nice. So what we're going to do tonight, you guys, is when Danny starts to work on that, we're giving him full screen, and I think it's probably going to be for a good 10 minutes or so you can see the whole process, since you've pretty much seen the kind of stuff that I do before, where I'm just straight sculpting. He's going to be bringing in pipeline stuff that he uses for work, which is dope.
Yeah.
Give us a shout out in the chat. I know we have quite a few people watching us tonight. How are you? Where are you in the world?
Ooh, that's a good one.
What time is it? Give us a shout.
Absolutely.
And where was the viewer from the last couple of weeks where it was like 4 a.m.?
Oh wow, I think they were in Europe somewhere. We had someone that was in the Philippines. We had someone that was in Europe. Quite a few people.
That's crazy.
Vincent, hey guys, greetings from PNW.
What's up, Vince?
What's up?
Vince, I still have your book. I have your book right here. I looked at it the other day and I thought about it. Vince is somebody I knew when I was in the Pacific Northwest, and he loaned me a book with aviator costumes for a project that I was working on. And then when I moved away, I completely forgot to return his book. Vince, we gotta hook up.
It's like stealing a man's book.
What's up, Mr. Goobs?
Goobs.
Hey.
Vincent, hey, Danny.
Danny, what you thinking about for a base on yours? Have you thought about that?
Yeah, I think mine's just going to be like sort of circular, like sort of almost like rock.
Okay.
Just sort of circular rock with a little plinth.
Got you. And I got a suggestion from somebody on Facebook the other day because I really wasn't liking the feet that I made for him originally.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, hey, why don't you just steal the feet off Venom? I was like, you know what? I think I might do that.
Done.
Just to let you guys know, because Danny and I are working probably faster than we ever have before on our own stuff. We will beg, borrow, and steal in order to get this thing done. So no shame in our game. That's looking good, man.
Thanks, dude. One thing for sure that I should have paid more attention to is I spent a lot of time working on parts of the body that are now going to be completely covered in armor. So I should have developed this more holistically, So on the next one, that's what I think I'm going to go for. Gotcha. Try to get everything represented really quickly in a sculpt and break it into pieces after.
Sure.
You live, you learn.
Mm-hmm.
How were you guys this week? Anything exciting happen this week?
I had something exciting happen.
Go.
Oh,
I sold my first NFT piece, you guys.
What? You made that? You made Disney dollars this week?
Nice.
I sold my first piece.
Nice. Show us. You gotta show us.
The artwork?
Yes.
Am I still allowed to? I don't own it anymore. It's not mine.
I think you can still show it. No, I'm serious. That's actually a thing.
All right. No, I'll show it to you guys. I'll show it to you. You want me to do an app? Let me do an app.
Go for it.
I do now.
Yeah.
Sure. Oh,
It's a big deal.
I also
While everyone was getting hot on foundations, Mike was like, "Don't worry about it. I'm coming. He came with a whole company.
I actually
He came with a
didn't
whole
go
company.
I didn't go the foundation route. I went a different route, so that was pretty cool. But it's this piece right here, the one on my banner. It's called
That's my
the Four
favorite
Elements
thing.
of Hip Hop. Thanks, man.
As a fan of hip hop, that is my favorite thing, because if you understand who all those people are and why you chose them for each element, that's one
Yeah.
of my favorite things that I've seen you do. I love that.
Thank
piece.
you, brother. Thanks, man. Yeah, so that's sold. And you know what was crazy is I had it up for sale for probably a month and a half, and I was stressing it at first, like, oh man, when's it gonna sell? Then as soon as I stopped thinking about it, boom, somebody bought it.
That works.
I think that's an allegory for life, you guys. No? All right, screw you
Got a
guys.
special high.
What's an allegory?
Hey, Maury Cat. Allegory.
Mike, it's great that you fixed the 80s issue of actually making Lion-O an actual cat. You just fixed the design, that's all.
I you know what?
Which is perfect.
I was on the fence about it.
No, I like it.
Thanks, brother.
I hope you did a good job.
Thank you. I was just, so you guys weren't here when we were doing the sound check for the show. We have a lot of prep that goes into this now that we have Bradley in the mix. Like Brad he's the guy. I talk about this every week. Bradley's the guy that makes sure that we don't look janky when we do our stream. But in sound check, I was talking to Danny, and I think that more than anything,
now you're gonna let everybody know that they're gonna know I'm failing. Thanks, Mike.
What are you talking about? You're failing. I just gave you a compliment. What are you talking about?
It's like, oh man, it's not working.
I don't even know what the hell you're talking about right now, sir. No, I was telling Danny before I was so rudely interrupted that fear of being embarrassed is a very good motivator, and he agreed wholeheartedly.
Yeah, tonight when we do our What's Good segment, one of the things I want to talk about a little bit is related to that.
Nice. You guys watch anything good this week that's not in the What's Good section?
I'm gonna ask Danny a question. How do you have it invisible like that and still able to sculpt?
Turn on transparency and ghosting.
Ah.
Yeah, and then you can sculpt through other objects.
Brad, you all caught up on Skyfall?
Snowfall, you mean?
Snowfall? You see how much I watch it?
No, I'm not caught up.
No.
I'm still on the 9th episode of season 3, waiting for my wife and I to be able to sit down and finish that off.
Oh.
Me personally, I think you should definitely wait for your wife and make sure you guys watch that together, like the loving couple that you are. But Mike was telling me you should just go without her. That's
go without it.
That's what Mike told me.
I said, hey man,
I love getting relationship advice from Mike. He's awesome.
I did not do that, first of all. But if hypothetically we're going to carry this through to the end, I said, hey Brad, you wear the pants in the family. You do what the hell you want. I totally didn't say anything like that, by the way.
No. Not a thing. We both are fully aware. He in fact is not where
we know who's running things.
We know what's up. We know
exactly. Running down.
Real men are okay with getting ran, okay? That's what we have to worry about.
Whoa. If you like it, I love it.
Just me?
That's just me.
Exactly.
If you like it, I love it.
Mr. Goobs said Mike's thinking of some James Bond Daniel
I know.
Craig.
I know, right?
Yep.
I'm a fan of the Daniel Craig James Bond.
I have not seen those movies all the way through. I've seen them all, but I've always like fell asleep in them, and I've never seen.
Man,
outside
really?
of the first one.
That's heresy,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, those are
outside
good.
of the first one.
So, all right, this is like something that everybody asks, but I got to ask you guys just because I need to know whether I can continue being on a show with you.
Who's our
your
Bond?
favorite? Yeah, who's your favorite Bond?
For me, it's Craig.
Me too. Brad, don't mess this up. Who's your favorite?
Well, I did. It's hard for me to say I have a favorite when I fall asleep even through Daniel. Maybe it's just James Bond as a character. I don't know.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, but Daniel Craig's is the most tolerable one for me.
The most tolerable. He's the least worst Bond.
Least worst Bond.
Austin Powers is my Bond.
Oh wow. Okay.
Go sit in the corner. That is not good.
Always controversial. He always has controversial things to say.
That's a super hot take.
Yeah, y'all need to stop agreeing all the time, then. Damn it.
Best Bond is Mike Myers. That's what you go with.
He's like, if I have to make a choice, I opt out. I opt out.
That's a flaming hot take, bro.
Hello, Mr. Bond.
Who's you guys as Batman?
I mean, really?
Keaton's your Batman?
Yeah, that's my Batman.
Really?
Yeah.
I think Christian Bale is mine.
Same.
Yeah. One of these days we're going to disagree.
Yeah.
But not today.
Yeah, Christian Bale's my guy. Keaton's not even my second, honestly. I go Affleck second. I'll give Affleck over Keaton.
Yeah, Affleck is pretty good.
Affleck is my second.
Yeah.
Affleck is my second. Then Keaton, then Clooney, I guess. No, sorry. I was gonna say Adam West.
What about Val Kilmer?
Oh, I forgot about that. I forgot about that. Yeah, what about Val Kilmer?
Exactly.
I think he started the nipple Batman, right? Did he start nipple Batman?
No, Clooney was the first nipple Batman, wasn't he? That was what was the name of that director? That was
was it Burton?
No.
Call me Dust, please. Said, "Oh, made it late, but you made it. That's what's important. Thank you for making it."
Yeah, absolutely.
Kevin Conroy for the voice and Bale for the film.
Oh, Kevin Conroy, you might be right. Yeah, and then if you talk, because I always whip out the Mark Hamill when we talk Joker. I'm like, Mark Hamill is my Joker, but Kevin Conroy is my Batman.
Yeah,
you're right. Good call.
Did you guys see in the CW, what was it, the Infinite Earths thing that they had? They made Kevin Conroy. They put him in the Alex Ross outfit. Alex Jones, jeez Louise. Yeah,
no,
they had him dressed up with the Brokeback Batman suit.
Nice.
Yeah, it was interesting. That's from Kingdom Come. I was just talking to the guys about Kingdom Come earlier. That's one of my favorite graphic novels. That character comes from. And I don't think I can wait any longer. I have to actually give this guy feet now.
Give him feet.
Feet time.
Let there
I
be
thought
feet.
He had too much. His blood sugar was too high, and he had to cut it off.
Oh man.
He got the sugars.
All that Thundera sweet tea.
Oh my gosh. There's an episode I saw where they I think it was in the new Thundercats, but they find this forest that has these big giant sweet fruits, and they spend the entire time just eating like tons of sweet fruit. I'm like, that cannot be good for them.
That sounds like not my Thundercats. Hashtag not my Thundercats.
Yeah, hashtag not my Thundercats either. What am I doing? Oh, Stylus League. Let's see.
Oh, Danny, do you ever have a chance to play around with Quixel?
I did not yet. I saw that they don't have a baker yet, and I backed up. I backpedaled mad fast. I was like, oh, so I'd still need to bake somewhere else and then import all the maps and everything. And I was like, all right, cool. You're not ready to kill Substance yet.
Oh, I thought they at least have a baker.
Yeah, I didn't think so. If anybody in the chat knows otherwise, please set us straight. Because I would get rid of my Substance subscription if it's compatible. If it's if it's 95% of what Substance is, I totally do it. Thank you for the help with the word.
Have you messed around with tool bags thing? Because they have like a Substance Light.
Oh, not the texture, but the tool bag baker.
Okay.
The tool bag baker is awesome, but I haven't messed with the texturing yet, but people seem to dig it.
Yeah, I like the tool bag baker.
Someone has this pro tip on their blog that fixed a lot of my baking issues. Why I don't use tool bag that much anymore is that when I go in, I bake my curvature and my ambient occlusion to its own name, and I won't have all that weird ghosting all over the place, the burnt marks.
Yes.
Thanks.
Yes.
Thanks, Danny.
Welcome.
Nice.
Yeah, baking by name is the way to go if you're doing multiple pieces that are close in proximity and substance.
The thing is, I used to do it at the top level, but I never knew to go into each one of those individual ambient occlusion and curvature to do it there.
Yeah, that sucks. They should have a little thing right there, like apply to all.
Yeah.
Sort of like right at the top, sort of deal.
That's what you think you're doing when you're doing at that very top layer when you're selecting it, but evidently not.
Yep. When I first learned Substance, we were on a project and we were all making like exploded models to do that. Like just like all the pieces were way out separate from each other, And when like maybe like 2 weeks in, it was like, now we figured out now you can bake by name. And I was like, man, but we have all these files already set up and they're all exploded. So we actually kept them that way for that project. It's crazy.
Oh, crazy.
What?
Just want to thank everyone for coming to join us on our Friday night stream. Just so you know that the goal for the guys is every month or every 3 to 4 weeks, they're going to start a project. We're at the tail end of this project. Actually, next week will be the last time we work on 80 cartoons. You can go to our on our YouTube, leave a comment, maybe give us some ideas as we start to think about what we're going to do for the next 4 shows. If you have any thoughts, you can also drop them in the comments here, and we'll collect them as we're going to start to think about this weekend or next week on what we're going to do. So give us some feedback.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. We may even have a guest next time.
No, we're definitely going to have our first guest. I don't know if it's going to be. So we'll decide on that. We're going to start on not next week, but the next week, the following week. Is that right, guys?
TBD.
Or is it?
I think some of it depends on guest availability. I think.
True that.
So Vincent X, you guys ever think about opening up a challenge to the community as well? We're working on some really cool giveaways that we would like to have for community engagement. So it's coming.
Right now, we're just so thrilled that anybody is in the community. We're just trying to grow it, So, yeah.
So Danny, I brought in my foot, and it's crazy because I'm turning off solo.
Yeah.
But solo is staying on.
Weird.
You ever done that? I think I need to restart.
I have
no.
Transparent was on.
Yeah.
Transparent. Oh, I didn't see that.
Okay.
Mr. Goop said the
see
theme should be tailored to the guests you guys bring on, if possible.
That's a thing.
That's a strong possibility. I'm trying to learn. Call me Dust, please. As I'm trying to learn, I'm ready to buy.
Ready to buy?
Details, please. Buy what? What would you like to buy? We got things we're selling. Isn't there a gum road?
There is a gum road. Let's get it up here real quick.
Tutorials. Call me Dust, please. Says he's ready to buy tutorials.
Oh, Mike's got the thing for you.
I got something for you. So, and it's interesting because there's a new way to get to it now. So I have been working with my friend Gary on updating my website. So if you go to miketartworks.com, I now have a shop that is operational, where if you go to the shop, you can buy my Black Dynamite FBX, or you can buy the pre-order the anti-venom. So that's just like a little taste of Black Dynamite. If we go over to the shop and click on Gumroad pre-order, it takes you automatically to the to my Gumroad. And oh geez, do you guys ever get where it adds a hashtag after your name and messes up the URL? It's doing that for me. But anyway, yeah, this is the
I sent the link over.
All right. Am I still in the room? It says that
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
We see you. You're there in the flesh.
Look at this. Look at this. That's weird. Oh, you know what? Because I have it open twice. So anyway, yeah, if you order, you get the full video process, right? So 10 plus hours, going from a complete marshmallow guy to a finished sculpt. All the anatomy is there. It's going to have the narration over top of it, and yeah, so you can pre-order now. You also, for that price, you get an art print of it that's going to be similar in the quality that I did for these cards for Upper Deck and Marvel. So plug.
I ordered mine.
You guys both did. Thank you very much.
Got another question? I don't
we
know
supported you even though you
is.
kicked us out of your house.
Yeah. It's like,
don't come back either.
Move out, but learn something on your way out.
Hey, listen, I'm prepping for my children, just so I can say, hey, listen, I love you guys, but you got to go.
And learn something on your way out.
And learn something on your way out.
Exactly.
Other statement is, I don't know who the guest is, but I really am about drawing, sculpting Hawks from Boku. No hero right now. What is that?
Is that an anime?
Yeah.
That sounds like anime.
It's like Dragon Ball stuff, right?
No. Hey, don't, just because it's anime don't mean it's Dragon Ball, all right?
Nah, isn't Goku Dragon Ball? I'm bugging. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Goku
but just because we say anime, you gotta say like Dragon Ball, you know.
No, didn't you say Goku?
The same. No,
I thought you said Goku.
I didn't say Goku.
Oh, my bad. Sorry, I apologize.
It's wired in your head like that.
Brad is very combative tonight. Have you noticed that?
Whoa.
I mean, listen. It's all right, you know.
I'm very angry. You're a very angry dude.
No, I'm angry. I'm angry, getting angry. You telling me I'm angry?
No, this is. I'll just tell you what works for my wife. Calm down.
Oh no! Tell me to calm down.
Nice.
I am calm.
Just calm down.
That work? That works for her?
Works like a charm.
I am calm.
Nice.
Let's see Mike get this foot action in.
Yeah, it's anybody's guess. What happens when you save a piece for last and don't really think about it at all.
So I had to, as an artist coming into their own, I had to like get used to the concept of, you know what, I don't have to make everything from scratch every time, and it's all about getting the job done and being proficient.
Mm-hmm.
No, if you don't make it from scratch every time, you're cheating and you're a bad person.
You're cheating.
While the other person gets the job. Thanks.
Yeah, you're a cheater. You're a cheater and a bad person. And don't look at any reference. It's all got to come out of your head, or else you don't.
All of it.
That's how that works.
That's correct.
Nice to see you guys. Thanks for sharing. No, thank you.
Thank you.
What is going on? Thank you.
Call Me just said, I just started using base messengers. It's hard. It's so hard to get used to.
You're gonna love them after a while. I'll just say it like that.
Yeah, they definitely help. It depends on what you're doing. Like if you're doing more like design, where you're just happen to be designing in 3D, in my opinion, base meshes can be sometimes more hurtful than helpful. But if you're doing like, no, I gotta execute, yeah, man, base mesh is a good way to go.
Mm-hmm.
I think the goal is to just get a nice, clean one that does not give you too much information. Like enough to like suggest that there's an arm or hand there, but nothing that's like detailing out everything.
Yeah, that's what I mean by the design part, because it's like if there's too much there, it can hold you back.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's nothing wrong with designing sort of in a box, but if you're designing in too much of a box before you need to, it could be tough.
So he translated. It's the anime that he was referring to is My Hero Academia. I do know that one.
Oh, Academia, yeah, that's dope. I saw the movie of that and I really liked it. You know who was a big fan of that, man? Is Tony Gore. He turned me on to that. That's something where the anime style is more realistic. You know, it doesn't look like kids on steroids, but their powers are bananas. Bet I sent you something on the messenger. Did you see it?
I have been. I guess it's just how ZBrush captures things, because now you have that little square thing that Mike has sometimes when he's streaming. A little box.
A little square thing. Oh, weird. Yeah, I see it now. Weird. It's almost like the ghost of this thing. Maybe. It's weird.
Looks like a barcode to me. I get it all the time.
I know it was funny. They're always asking Mike, like, how do I get that custom brush? And they don't mean the brush.
The cursor.
They mean that. They mean the cursor.
What are you
stream.
Using?
Stream.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. That's how you do it.
So Call Me does says, so once y'all get to a certain number of followers, the Discord opens up. So we've been talking about it. I think the golden number to start looking at Discord is probably about 500 followers. But we'll see. It's definitely in the pipeline.
Yeah, I don't see why we can't reach that after our first month.
So please share it, like it, tell people about us. We appreciate it. Al's from Orlando, Florida. So am
Florida
I.
man. Florida man.
Florida man.
Hey, you know, I don't like to talk about Florida man.
Heard that Atlanta might be coming back after 3 years hiatus.
Thank you.
I can't wait.
Time.
So we have a question, Mike, from someone that was watching your stream yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And his name has every letter of the alphabet in it. So I'm just going to call you Six. So Six.
Six strings player. A guitar man.
Yeah, come on, man. I would not have gotten that. Look, I'm over here chastising you, Brad. I would have never gotten that either. Danny's good at that leet speak.
Hey guys, Mike, on your screen yesterday, you opened up a window that showed all the subtools. How'd you do that?
Oh, sure. I just press N on my keyboard, and if you do that, it brings up this subtool menu, and you just click on whatever you want, and it goes to that particular subtool. So if you wanted to see the jacked up feet that I had before for him, oh my gosh, he's got those really ridiculous footies that people wear when they're wearing Snuggies. That's what that is. So yeah, just press N on the keyboard.
Mike, we have some people. They came to collect. Mr. Goods said, "Hey, but speaking of custom brushes, does Mike remember me from yesterday asking about his UI? Pay what you owe.
Hey, listen, man. Us Lannisters always pay our debts. Bradley hooked this man up with what he's talking about. I told him now you had to have been in my ZBrush Live and then come over here and did the subscribe scribe. So if you were in both, then you know what he's talking about, and you get the hookup.
So I just put my email in the chat. Email me. Let me know what your YouTube name is. So I'm gonna check them. I'm gonna double check to make sure that you are a subscriber of ours, and I will send that to you.
Yep. Done. Thank you, sir, and thanks for coming over. If anybody else was in the Pixelogic stream yesterday, please identify yourself, say what's up. And I know we had some questions for Danny that I wanted to get asked.
Pledge allegiance to ZBrush, and you're good.
Yeah.
YouTube. Subscribe to us on YouTube. You can also subscribe to us on Twitch, but we prefer YouTube first, then Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Game of Thrones, did you see screenshots of the prequel?
No.
Some set shots? Yep.
No.
Soon.
Good.
I don't know.
I'm cool on that.
Wait, you're cool as if you mean you
I don't even know what that
it?
means. I don't even know.
What is that? What does that mean?
I don't even know what that means. I wasn't even gonna double click it.
That's New York slang basically for nah, I'm cool. I'm not checking that out.
Okay,
Yeah,
I thought that's what that meant.
Yeah.
That's what that meant.
I wasn't even gonna double click it. I was like, okay, Dad.
First off, stop saying you're gonna double click me. That's number one.
Are you gonna punk me on why are you gonna try to?
What does that mean?
Why you gonna punk me?
I'm just saying, if I'm not making sense, you double clicking me doesn't make sense.
I don't even. Yeah, you guys are just making up stuff tonight.
Goku.
Nice. What do I want?
Yes. Yeah. Just email me. Just so I know what name to look for in YouTube. Just rewrite your YouTube name so I can triple check that you're a subscriber of ours and the night that you watched, because I'm gonna remember all these names. Because if someone emails me 4 days later, I'm gonna tell you watch the next stream. Like Danny, like every time Mike goes to stream, he's like, "You get a brush. You get a brush. You get a brush. Everybody gets a brush."
That's good. Man. That's a good thing.
Everybody gets a brush.
I am. I'm all about giving back to the community, man. Brad is like.
And then he walks away like Puffy. Hey, Brad, get him the brush.
Brad, yeah, exactly. Brad's like, Mike. Mike, yeah, I said, don't give him nothing. And I'm like, Brad, why are you being so mean? Don't be so mean. He's like, look, man, I hate everything. So, it is what it is.
Hate such a strong
I'm a good guy. I think what I'm trying to say is I'm a good guy. And,
yeah, out of Danny and I, yeah, you're definitely the softest.
Whoa. I see.
Well played, sir. Tonight. Well played, sir.
Tonight. All right.
Well played. I like it.
MJ. What's up, MJ?
What's up, MJ? Yo, shout out to MJ Sculpts for constantly hashtagging Stylus League. Anything he comments on, hashtag Stylus League.
Yes, sir.
That's a commando right there.
I'm going to go ahead and just say it. When we get some merch rolled out, MJ, we got you with something.
Yeah, we got you.
We appreciate you, bro.
I'll personally drive it to you, MJ.
Nope. No, he doesn't want it.
He's like, can you leave it outside? Just leave it outside. Leave it in a public place, and I'll pick it up.
I'm gonna wear my mask.
No, he's talking post-COVID. He just don't want to see.
That's looking dope, Danny. Zoom in on that face.
On his terrible skull face. Trying to exaggerate some skull stuff in here. Just going through piece by piece now and just trying to clean up and get like a somewhat cleanable, bakeable sort of piece. And then all the straps are missing right now because once I put them in the pose, then I'll generate the strappage and sort of sculpt around it and stuff. So it's going to be a busy weekend for me.
I would say you have some real skullduggery going on over there.
Nicely done. Nicely done, sir.
3 weeks to come up with that.
It's like, that's it, guys. That's the end of the stream. Bye.
Good night, everybody.
The whole thing was a ruse to get that joke off.
All right, guys. We're going to be on time today. What's good?
You want to go first this week, Mike?
I will go first this week. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Give me the mic. Let me change to my full screen camera. Okay.
So our goal is usually we're trying to aim for like 9:45. The guy's gonna take some time and tell you what's good, things that they're interested in, something that piqued their interest throughout the week, and we're gonna share it with you. So what's good, Mike?
All right, tonight I'm promoting a product, not because I've been paid for it. I actually bought this on my own, but I really like it. Let's see if I can get it to focus. There you go. This is a Sense Labs tablet, and It's actually a drawing stylus, or a tablet rather. Comes with a set of styli, 2 of them. But look how thin this is. This is mad thin. And it is made by the guys at Sense Labs. So I actually needed a tablet that didn't have a screen on it, that was portable and didn't have to be plugged in separately. I have one from Wacom, which I really like. I have the Pro 16 Cintiq. But I got to plug it in, right? And it's like too many wires and everything. It's like wires everywhere. So I saw an ad for this, picked it up. Comes with a metal case, and inside of the case it has like the 2 styluses, right? One is like a pencil size and the other is a full size one, and has the tips in there and the plugs and all that good stuff. Sorry, it's my sister. And so yeah, I picked this up and I really like it a lot. So I actually reached out to these guys just to tell them how much I enjoy the product. And we might have some stuff kind of happening later on, but I thought I would just do that because I really use this a lot. That's what's good for me.
Nice. And just so you guys know, like seriously, legitimately, we don't have a sponsor or anything like that. Mike has been talking about this tablet nonstop.
I haven't shut up about it.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So for me, there's 2 things. One is a what's good, and the other one is a what the F. So I'll start with the what's good. The what's good is I came across this gentleman's sort of writing a while ago, and this week I've just been listening to a lot of videos with him. So his name is Seth Godin. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of him. He basically, in a nutshell, is sort of a philosopher, and he leans towards philosophizing about the value of creative work. And he says a lot of really what I think are things that resonate with me. They might not resonate with you, but if you're someone that deals with things like imposter syndrome, or like Mike was talking about earlier, like not wanting to be embarrassed and all that kind of stuff, I'll paraphrase one small thing that he says, and that's basically if you think about say something creative like writer's block, for example, you don't find people that get cashier's block or plumber's block or chef's block or whatever, right? They sit down and they do the work. And it made me think about why we started this stream together, right? Just sort of like commiserating about how we don't finish things sometimes, and we want to get in the habit of finishing things more. He's a big proponent of that. And he says that when you get like something like writer's block, the reason that it gets in your head is you're worried about the result. And the reason that it doesn't get into the cashier's head is because for them, they are just like, this is my job. I don't have to think about it mega deeply. I could go ahead and get this done. And when the day is over, the day is over. And that's tough for artists to do. So finding that balance somewhere between being super obsessive to the point where it paralyzes you and just getting the work done and not caring at all. Somewhere in the middle there's a good balance. And he talks about that a lot. So I recommend listening to some of his videos. I've been enjoying them all week. So his name is Seth Godin, Godin. Now, the second thing is a what the F. And it's by an artist who I've admired for a really long time. His name is Mihai Duranga, and he's a friend of Mike and I for a while now. So Mike hits me up and goes, hey, dude, your thing that you want to do with the Skeletor holding He-Man's head, I thought I was being so original. Apparently, Mihai did that like 7 years ago. So I was like, oh, man. So I felt a little demotivated, right, to do that. So that's why my guy's still in T. I went through and I rigged him and I started to do the pose and everything. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to take him back. So I have a different concept that I'll spring on you guys next week that we talked about in the pre-show. But he already did this. So this was my WTF / what's good. All jokes aside, it's a what's good because Mihai's dope. He's great. Yeah, and he's a super nice guy too. So
Danny was hilarious because when I told him, like, that was not a thing like, hey, this thing you're doing, Mihai did this like mad long ago. I wasn't saying it like that. But when I told him, Danny was instantly like, "Yo, I'm not doing that anymore."
Yeah, I'm not doing that anymore. No, because what happened was in the context that we were talking about it, I'm not opposed to like, hey, if someone else has made a thing, I'm not opposed to making my version of that thing. But in the context that you said you had the conversation with him, it was like, oh snap, that's exactly sort of what Danny's doing. And I can put him in a different pose and have a different idea. As a matter of fact, looking at his page right now, the exact pose that I wanted is in a different piece. So I could steal from him twice.
Nice.
I could steal from him twice. So there you go.
Nice. Yeah, I hope he's watching right. Mihai, if you're in here, man.
Yeah, say something. And I hate you and I love you.
Yeah, exactly. Bradley, you got a what's good?
No. You guys are good.
What?
No.
Come on, man.
Do I have a what's good? You know, I've been using a Razor Tartarus for shortcut keys for my ZBrush in my 3D modeling, and I really like that. So I just got that. So a Razor Tartarus is like, you know, a one-handed keyboard, and I've been able to pull my Cintiq closer to me while having all my shortcuts on one hand. So that's been my tool over the 3D space mouse.
Sounds super romantic. You've been able to pull your Cintiq closer to you.
Yeah,
I like that.
There's no keyboard in between us anymore.
Nice.
Ask me where my space mouse is.
What's so funny? You were on streams like, I got a space mouse. It's somewhere around here.
It's somewhere around here. I don't know where it is. It's somewhere. Hey, listen, the space mouse. I'm sure that if I was doing 3D stuff, like in Maya or Blender or whatever, it would be probably a lot more used than it is on ZBrush. ZBrush, actually, the new version of it takes advantage of the space mouse. But man, oh man, it's something to get used to. You know what I mean? I navigate right off the screen with the thing. Oh, okay. I'm gonna say this. So I got some good news today. My daughter is working on an app, and she actually there was a contest that they had at her college that was for it's like a business development type of a thing, and they came up with this app, and it got judged from all these different schools, and her group won $7,000 today. So it's dope, dude. Like, I'm so excited for her, and it's going to be something that, yeah, they're gonna work on it and release it. It's one of those like things that you would see people on Shark Tank talking about. So I'm really proud of her for that.
Nice, man.
Yeah. Danny, damn if I didn't get these feet to work, bro.
Nice,
toenails,
man.
But they would stay in there.
Nice.
So Danny, are you going to poly paint? Are you going to substance?
I'm actually planning. I think I'm just going to have a lot of late nights this week. I think I'm going to drop this into substance.
Ooh.
Yep. I think I'm just going to have a lot of late nights this week. Now, earlier on, my plan was to bring this into Arnold. Mm-hmm. That's the part that may not survive this week. That's the part that may get moved to Marmoset, just for iteration speed. Because waiting for renders over the course of the week like that would be pretty tough. So I may have to shift gears a little bit. But I still want to get a rendered piece out at the end of it.
So we're kind of approaching this from different angles. Danny, you're working on it from more of a animation friendly type of a deal, right?
Sort of. Yeah, more or less.
Okay. And I'm going more for a cut and key and turn into a statue type of deal.
Yeah. Yeah, I still want it to be in a pose like a statue and all that, but I think tools-wise, I want to continue to progress with those tools. So that's going to be that's the main reason for trying to do it that way.
Mike, that's going to be a dope key shot render.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I mess with key shot, so.
I know. I'm saying maybe you need to fox for key shot a little bit. Give the people what they want.
A little key shot love, you know what I'm saying? Do that. I got this Anycubic sitting behind me I haven't done anything with. I got to do something with that too, man.
Oh man, Darko's awake and with us.
Nice.
What's up, Darko?
Good.
What time is it with Darko?
So his question is, it's a UV tool that saves a lot of time in Maya. He says Polyraven.
Yep.
You've used that, Danny?
I have. Polyraven's good. Gosh, what's the other one? Rhizome or Rhythm or whatever.
Rhythm, yeah.
There's another one that's good. I still use for personal work. I still use Roadkill Pro.
You said what now?
I still use Roadkill Pro. It's an old way to do it, but it's pretty damn reliable.
Roadkill Pro?
Yep, for organic stuff. So the way it went, I used to teach using Roadkill Pro years ago at SVA, and one of the dudes that graduated ended up going out to DreamWorks and helping me get hired there later on, and it became DreamWorks' like tool of choice. The guy who wrote it ended up basically discontinuing it because I think people were bootlegging it too much at one point, and then a few of us that had purchased it and really liked it reached out sort of with condolences saying, hey, sorry. And that guy ended up giving us sort of the code to compile to so when a new version of Maya comes out, one of us, there's a few of us that still have it, and you can actually recompile to get it to work with a new version of Maya. So although the latest Maya UV tools, if you're not doing like a lot of sort of box stacking, like hard surface UVs kind of deal, for organic stuff, it's actually pretty good. Just the built-in Maya UV tools are still pretty good.
I like them. I actually use those from time to time in Maya, and I really like how simple they are for somebody who's not like a power user.
Yeah, I started using them too. They're pretty good.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I said UV. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Hedis is great. Hedis is more pelting though. Like I would get distortion sometimes with Hedis in organic things, but it was really, really great for other stuff. Just because it's like the way you cut your seams, it prefers to like pelt everything out.
Well, at least tell me what pelting means, because I don't know what that means.
It's like imagine if you shot a bear, right? And then you wanted to make a bearskin rug out of it. You'd basically cut a seam from its lip to its, to its pelvis, and basically unfold it flat like that. Most UV solutions nowadays, they allow you to do that same operation, but arbitrarily on pieces, right? So you could do it on a shoulder, on an arm, on the hand, on the leg separate. Hedis, the way it used to be, was you do the big pelt first, and then you start working on the smaller pelts instead of working on them all.
Oh, okay. So once the big one's done, do you cut off like pieces, like the arms would be cut from the body and all that stuff?
Yeah, if I remember right, you can, but then you have to basically protect the work that you did already manually. Like you have to tell it like, all right, don't mess with this part. But it's been a while, so I could be wrong. It's been literally like 5-6 years. Yeah, MJ, I've heard the same thing, that 3D Coat has great UV tools, but I've never used them.
We were just talking about this. So I've owned 3D Coat for probably 3 years now, and I just never was able to get past the UI. Like the UI just doesn't seem like anything from this century, but it does everything. So MJ, if you ever want to like share some gems, man, of where I could learn how to really dig in and use it, I would love to hear that. I have a friend who uses it for all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I have a buddy, Chris, that uses it really well. Jeez.
So Danny, for our coffee time, is that the time you want to use to go through IK?
Sure. Is that now?
Yes.
You mean coffee talk? Coffee talk, Bradley? Is that what you're talking about?
I'm sorry, my notes says coffee time. You haven't told me to change my notes.
Dude, he has been calling this the wrong thing for weeks now, you guys. And I hate.
What's my name?
Bradford.
Brantford.
We found out tonight it was Bradford.
Yeah.
That's Bradford. I love Bradford.
Exactly.
Pinky's out.
Yeah. So I'll show you guys actually two things in Maya. The one even before the human IK. So I'm going to take that full 10 minutes. But something I'd never used before, and I can't remember the name of the user that brought up the creasing issue in ZBrush, but I'll show you basically.
That was Darko.
Oh, hey, Darko. So I'll show you a thing that I've been using in Maya for creases. So maybe this is not new to you, but it's a new workflow to me. But say you have a piece like this. Normally, a lot of us would end up making control edges because when you go to subdivide it, it gets really soft. So you end up using, sort of a 3 fencing edge sort of technique just to keep edges hard or whatever. So the problem with doing that is that the more you have to manipulate the shape, say you get art direction notes that, require the shape to be more like this or like this. Now you have to remake those fencing edges because it's difficult to move this stuff around and have them maintain their relative distance to the edge you're moving. So a lot of people use creasing, and for a while I've been using regular creasing in Maya, where you tag some edges like this, and then you go ahead and so if I hit 3 to subdivide it now, if I went over here and said mesh tools, crease tool, and then click and drag, I can weight this edge, right? And it still looks a little bit funky. I can go into the subdivision tab in the shape node of this object and turn the subdivision level up, and you can get something that looks pretty decent. The problem is it's really tedious to continue tagging edges all over the place. And if you've got a bunch of objects in the scene, it's like a little bit of a pain. So what I started using that's not new, but it's new to me, is this crease sets tool. And what I can do is I can say, let's make a new crease set. I'm going to call this hard edges. And this is different than doing the normal smoothing, which is hard and soft edges. But what I can do is I can go ahead and tag these edges now. And let's say I go add, they get added to this crease set. And then I can go ahead, let's turn the subdivision back up. I can still go ahead and change the crease value now and turn it up to something like 4, which is way stronger. And then if I want, I can make multiples of these. So I can make a new crease set and call this one medium edges and give it a totally different number, right? And then, oops, I renamed the wrong one. But anyway, I can give that a totally different number and then just start adding other edges. And the editing of this is great because what I can do, let's say I add these to this crease set. What I can do later on, if I don't have these guys selected, I can come over here, grab this object, and I can say select, and it'll select all the edges that are a part of this particular crease set for me. So it's always easy to get back to your selection. So that's one thing I've been using a lot lately, which is really great. But the human IK stuff, I'm going to go back to ZBrush and get the model I have here real quick. So I'm just going to take everything and say, let's go all low. Right, so now this is the low res of everything. Where one of these guys is really high res. Oh, it's probably the head. Well, I'll grab the body for now. Now, let's get the body and maybe the torso armor. So let's do that. And the body, you can see, is relatively low res. At its lowest level, it's 33,000 points. This is just Z-Remesh right now. The new Z-Remesher is pretty good. I'm going to turn on the head for sure. So where is that? The head is 79,000 polys. And I'm going to grab, not you, you. So let's say I have these guys, and I'll grab the shoulder armor as well. So let's get the body. There we go. All right, so now I've got these pieces. Maybe I'll grab the hood as well so he doesn't look so goofy. All right, cool. So now I've got these pieces, and if I wanted to bring these over to Maya, I'm just gonna go ahead and say export as an FBX. I'll call this Skeletor blocking.2. I'm gonna go through, export all of the subtools there. And now if I go back over to Maya, let's import that FBX. All right, so now in the time it took me to show you that preset thing, we're gonna get a version of this character skinned and rigged in less time than that. We won't do the fingers. You'll see what I mean in a second. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw a new shader on here just so we can see something that's not so super bright. All right, so now if I take this, one of the reasons that I started the way that I started in the T-pose using that Xbot model from Mixamo as a reference is because it gives you about perfect joint placement for this human IK rig. So the human IK in Maya, it lives up here. It looks like a little person, and it'll open up this window. If you say create skeleton, and let me change my background here, right? You can see it created a skeleton for us, but the proportions are a little bit off, right? I know just because I've done this with this mesh once already, if I make this, if I shave off about 5%, so I say about 0.95, we get something that's really close. So I'm gonna skin this right away and show you something that it does before I seriously place the joints, and then we'll undo it and come back, right? But if I say, if I go, let's go skin, find skin. So it's gonna take a moment, and it's gonna take, so that's like the geometry selected, and then the root joint here. The skinning that I'm using, let me go over those options real quick. And shout out to my friend Letitia Gillett, who sort of showed me some of this technique. So I'm using joint hierarchy, heat map, dual quaternion, and maximum influences of 5. Those are the things that I'm changing in here. And this is gonna give me a somewhat decent deformation, but we're gonna see in things like the legs that we get a little bit of breakage, right? So if I do something like this, we already have the beginnings of halfway decent sort of skinning. If I grab this guy, or actually if I grab the leg, and let's start to get some of these high pinch areas, so I can do that, and that, and you see right away, aha, it's breaking, right? Even still, if I had to resculpt these little bits here, like resculpt the butt and all that stuff, it would be very easy to do. And I'm actually gonna take this.
Check that out, Mike.
That's awesome.
I'm gonna do, I did a duplicate, and I'm gonna move that over here just so we can use this as a reference. If I reset these rotations back to 0, and now if I grab this guy, there's a deformer in here called Delta Mush. And all Delta Mush does is it looks at the highest point of a deformation, and it lets you control how that high point tapers off. So let's take the leg and put a similar rotation in here again. Oops, not like that. Rotate this part up. The butt's already smoother. And if I rotate this part back, if I grab this dude and look at the Delta Mush, I can tell it the number of iterations. I can turn it up. The higher you go, the slower it gets. But you can see it starts to inch in those deformations a little bit. So with no weight painting, you can get to a pretty decent deformation really quickly, right? So this is a pretty cool sort of two-step technique. If you go through and properly place your joints so that they're sitting in the center of the masses that you want to create. So I'll show you how I do that really quickly, and then that'll be the last part so we can get back to sculpting and not boring all of the non-Maya people to death. So ideally you'd want this shoulder to be here and you want the elbow to be here, whatever. If I go ahead and say, let's go skin, unbind skin. I'm gonna grab the shoulders here. If I wanted to move them to the exact center of a point, in the fingers, this is a really good thing. I could say, okay, well, the knuckle is like maybe right here or right here actually. I can make a cluster and then I can snap the joint to that cluster, right? And that's how I could get each one of my fingers to be in the exact right spot. I could do the same thing with all of the rest of the joints and everything. The thing that I would want to do now, let's say like I have this guy's skin, or actually even if I don't skin him, if I just look at the joints, if I take this and I'm done messing with it, I say lock it, then I can lock it. And then when I go over to definition, right, it tells me all my joints are proper, like it recognizes each one of these joints. And that means I can make a control rig. So now I can make a rig that actually allows me to fully pose my character, right? So if you go through and do all of the, so like right now, if I unlock it, all right, I know this is running long. So I'm going to unlock it, which sets everything back, and then I'm going to reskin it. Yeah. There we go. And when the skinning is on, now you can lock the joints and turn on the control rig, and you have a nice IKFK rig that you can use to get. So if you're using a base mesh for something, right, and you use it at about, you know, a scale that works or proportions that work with this, you're in really good shape to start like rigging your character, right? So if I start pulling this down like this, and again, obviously the joints are not in the right spot because I don't want to take a long time to do this. But like, let's say we do something like that. We've still got our Delta mush on here. And it's even more efficient if you put the Delta mush on before you do the skinning like this, which is nice. But now if I go back to my joints, reset the rotation. And now if I lock them and I turn on, oh, now it's having problems. So there's rotations are not all the way reset. So you can see it does this little thing. But let's just tell it to make the controls anyway. So it'll make the controls for you, and then you can start moving things around. You can see where it broke now. This arm should be better because it didn't have any of that issue. Oh, maybe not. I got to put the joint in the middle of the thing. But basically, if you take the time and place the joints correctly, like the shoulders more placed, you'll see it does the right thing. So yeah, this is a way that I've been sort of posing characters at work for a while now, and I like it. So yeah.
Awesome, dude.
That's pretty much it. Yeah, you got to take a little more time with it than what I'm taking right now, but I like it. Yeah.
Awesome, thank you.
Yeah, no worries.
Call me said the rig posing is the shiz. I never knew I could do that.
Nice. One I need to learn that I don't know yet is the pose brush in Blender. That thing looks like magic to me. I don't know how that works, but it looks amazing.
It's looking good, Mike. And you got feet?
Got feats. Thanks, man. Stole the feet.
You might be undefeated.
Aha! So if you guys missed the Pixelogic stream yesterday, I was kind of cutting off parts and bullioning them together. I think I'm gonna do a little bit of that tonight because now I have these disjointed feet and the hand. I haven't figured out what I'm gonna do with that pose. I'll figure that out now probably. But yeah, we can do that. A little bit of that.
So during quarantine, we have Friday night tried to support a local business and like order out.
Mhm.
You know, just either myself or my wife will go pick it up. And tonight, my wife, there's a new pizza joint near us that's like supposed to be fancy gourmet pizza sort of deal. So we got that tonight, and I was
Is it good?
telling these guys earlier, I just like got off of work like a little while right before the stream, and you know, I was like sort of running around rushing or whatever. So I like went and scarfed down a slice right before this. Oh, that was a mistake. I felt horrible.
Oh, just because you ate it so fast? Is that the deal?
Oh yeah,
Or you
just
don't like
I ate it so. No, it was delicious, but
Okay.
I was like, oh yeah, this place is legit. But I literally was just like, nom 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 nom, and then came in here, and now I'm just sitting here like, yeah, I regret that.
You starting to feel it?
Oh yeah, big time.
Dude,
Fact.
I was doing a stream for Pixelogic one time, and I was like, oh man, I gotta stay hydrated. So I drank like 3 bottles of water this size. And I was like, all right, now I'm gonna do this 3-hour stream. Yo, by the end of the thing, I was floating, man. I had to like run out. I was like, all right, that's it. Peace.
Yeah.
I gotta go.
Gotta go, guys. People like, wait, one more question.
Oh my gosh, man. That was crazy.
So again, thank you for joining us tonight. Leave us some comments. Just tell us some hellos. Share it out to your friends. Our goal is that, you know, the community wants us to start a Discord. We're striving to get to 500 subscribers within the next month. I think we're sitting at like 150 or 140 something. So share it, like it, ask us questions. You know, we want YouTube to pay for this free content for you guys.
Indeed.
Oh,
Nothing in life is
Scopes,
free,
I have
guys.
a question. Yeah, for real. It's costing something. Danny has the itis right now. He can't leave. He can't leave.
There it is. It's costing me comfort.
MJ asked Danny, when are you gonna start streaming on Pixelogic? Stylus League.
Man, I don't know. I don't know when I would do it. That's the thing. You know, even you know, begging my family to get this time with you guys is tough because like work during the week is like, it's a lot of hours. So I would love to, but I'll tell you what, and I don't even want to put this out in the ether, but if something should happen where I become, you know, less employed, then
I would just say that, dude.
100%. I'll do it.
Don't. No, he didn't say that.
Yeah,
man, it's not going to become less employed.
Yeah, I'm not rooting. Believe me, I'm not rooting for that. I got kids, bro. Fuck that.
Dude, you don't even say that out loud, my friend.
That. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Don't put that in the ether.
Yeah, Seth Godin would kill me.
As Tony Gore says, don't you put that on me, Ricky Bobby.
Yeah. I'll tell you another one of those Seth Godin things that was really good. He was saying like, you are not your work, right? And it's stuff that I've intuitively told myself, but never in this concise a way. Uh-huh. You are not your work, and if you think you are your work, then it means if someone asks you to do something that you haven't done before in your work, it means you can't do it, right? Because you are your work.
That's deep.
That's deep. No, I missed that. It went over my head. It's so deep. Tell me again.
So let's say you are of the opinion I am my work, right? My self-worth comes from my work, right?
Okay.
And I've been there. We've all been there, I think, right, where we trick ourselves into believing that. Mm-hmm. Well, if I'm only that work and I've never done another kind of thing, and someone asks me to do that thing, that means I can't do it because I'm only my work, right? And then the other thing about that is Now when you get criticism about work, now you personalize it. Now it becomes personal. And that person's not talking about your work, they're talking about you, because you are your work. And most of the time you get criticism from the people that employ you. So it's tough to make a living. He says it's tough to make a living when your enemy is the person that's paying you. It's yeah, and he just has so many like gems. I'm pretty sure at some point I'm going to figure out, oh, he's been trying to sell me this thing this whole time. But it doesn't seem that way. I mean, he's got books and stuff like that I'm sure he's like would love to sell people, but I don't know. Just look him up on YouTube. I find it to be really good discussions.
He sounds like a sensei.
Yeah, feels like that. I can say for sure though, it's something that as a younger person, probably I would not have paid much attention to. So if it's something that doesn't really resonate with you, then maybe it's just for like old people. So
yeah.
Danny, you got another question. Do you prefer games or animation workflow for your characters?
Depends on the character. And so like I chose the workflow for this character because it's all stuff that I wanted to practice, because at work I'm not doing some of these things right now. So this is like to stay fresh. But I like to think of it not as like a whole pipeline, but as understanding each. It's like the pipeline is the book, and there's a lot of different books, but the structure of storytelling is the same in a lot of books. You introduce the characters, you get them into trouble, and you get them out of trouble. That's the way I try to think about the pipeline. If you know you have ZBrush, you have Maya, let's say, or whatever 3D package you want. If you have concrete blueprints that you're building something off of, maybe Maya is a better way to go. If you're exploring a little bit, you have one drawing that you're thinking about or no drawing, and you have to figure out what the other side that you don't see in the drawing doesn't look like, or you're making it up, ZBrush is probably the way to go, because you need to iterate quickly. So I try not to think of it as ZBrush first, Maya second, or this or that. It's really what's in front of me, and then how do you respond? So it just depends on what I'm doing. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Mike, you got a question from 6. What's the reason for all the polygon groups on the legs?
So I usually do more groups than I probably need, but that's only because I want the edge flow to be exactly where I want it, right? So if I step down in this and I go to my poly groups, had I not put a group at the ankle here, between the ankle and the shin, it would have, it might have been fine, or it might have decided that the algorithm might have made the loops at a different angle, right? And I can control the angle even when it comes to things like the toes. If I have those all grouped, if I group exactly where I want that knee to deform, and like the thigh, then it's going to give me straight loops where I group like that. So that's why I do that.
Actually, that's a great pro tip, because I have a leg that I'm working on, and it does randomly put the line. So
you get spirals sometimes too.
Yeah, the spiral's stuck.
Yeah, so that helps. So the reason he does is to help control topology.
Exactly. Yeah.
The latest iteration, when they updated ZRemesher or whatever, it's way better now. It does like wax stuff way less now.
Yeah, it does a really good job at. I can't. I really can't remember the last time that I've had issues as far as spirals as badly as when I was using the legacy ZRemesh.
Yeah.
Shout out to Pixelogic, man. I'm not just saying this because I'm a streamer for them, but like, those are guys who are constantly, working on making this software better, and then they don't charge you for it. Like, we have this running joke that we're waiting for the shoe to drop, where they're like, all right, you guys, now we're going to start charging you. But once you buy a full version, man, they they take care of you.
it's been over 10 years for me
Yep,
that I
me
haven't
too.
had to pay for an upgrade. It's crazy.
So I got in on 4R6. Which version did you get? When you remember how far back you bought it?
I got in on like R2.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a guy I used to work with, an animator named Mark Beam, who's also
Mhm.
like an illustrator and a great modeler. Like this, he's just a tremendous artist.
Mhm.
And he was an animator, and my young stupid brain at that point was like, wait, but you're an animator, how are you making models that are better than the models that come out of the modeling department? And he's like, oh, I'm using ZBrush. I'm like, what's that? And he
Oh,
showed
wow.
me what ZBrush was, and I was like, instant buy.
Right.
It was
I remember when I bought it,
$250.
man. Is that how much it was when you got it?
Yeah, $250.
Damn, dude. I remember picking it up, and I want to say it was like, I feel like it was 600. Does that sound right?
I don't know.
I'm looking at the receipt. Yes, it was. It was $5.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. So I remember getting that, and I remember thinking to myself, "All right, now you really
the price
got to
changed
learn
when
how
they
to
went
use
to the R release. That's what happened with me when I R2. I was like, I'm paying for this. I gotta lock in.
I was like, "Yep, I got to learn it now. I can't just mess around."
Oh. Only one person here have seen Jupiter's Legacy on Netflix. Someone's asking if you guys seen it.
I have been watching it today. I'm to episode 4. No spoilers. But I like it.
Yeah, several people, some of my friends from DreamWorks hit me up today. Shout out to my fifth floor crew. They hit me up today and were just basically like, "Yo, you got to check out this show." And then Mike started talking about it later on too.
Yeah. So I'm contractually bound to watch anything that has superheroes on it, but I actually am enjoying it so far.
What's going to be the moratorium? How much time needs to pass before we can talk about Invincible? Have a spoiler-free talk.
You know what? We might have to do like a little special thing where we can talk about it. We can talk about that. We can talk about Falcon Winter Soldier. But I feel like it's still kind of new.
Yeah. Still too early.
So Brad, you reached out to me about Invincible and what you should pick up, and I think I told you that I got the Comixology is having a special where, because I guess the show is so hot right now, you can pick up the omnibus.
I bought the first volume too. Thank you for the recommendation.
And how are you liking it?
The comics are very compressed.
There's a lot that goes on, right? A lot happens.
Yeah.
But it's good.
MJ said he watched the whole all of Jupiter Legacy while working today. Amazing.
Wow. Yeah, I had to stop myself. Dude, it's very easy. That autoplay is a monster.
Exactly. You know, it's a problem when you get to that. Are you still watching?
Yeah. I'm like, I am. Just show the damn show.
Sakub said he has to go watch it after this for sure. We gotta go slow on these shows. Like, what's next? I think we got Loki next. Is that the next big?
Yeah, is that? Oh, my boy told me it starts on a weird day. It like comes out on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
How's that?
That was me.
It's
I'm your boy.
Well, I'm used to stuff coming out on Friday, dude. Don't judge me. What's wrong with you?
Change is good.
I mean, I'm looking for something on Wednesday. So it's good for me.
MJ says he hates it. Now they has to wait for a year for next season. That's how I feel about Invincible right now. Very upsetting. We'll talk about it.
I don't think we're gonna have to wait that long. Do you for Invincible? It's gonna be a year.
I mean, there's like, you're aware there's like 150 years of media. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's mad stuff to go through if you want to see something.
Oh, that's true.
It doesn't have to be these 12 things, man. You don't have to be upset, right? That's all good.
I feel like they are not going to pull a Rick and Morty, though. I kind of am of the mind that they will come out with stuff in a timely fashion. Much as I love Rick and Morty.
Like Atlanta's like that. Atlanta took forever before it's coming back.
Oh my gosh, Atlanta. We're not even talking about it.
He signed a deal with another company, right? That's why, right?
Oh, that's why?
Deal with Amazon. I know Amazon. I think Amazon's the one that's putting out after season 3. So FX pushed them to do 2 and 3 back to back, and then Amazon has them locked in for everything else after that.
Yeah, I thought it was him and either Lena Waithe or someone else. They signed like some big, like, you know, big media deal.
Yep, he did. Donald Glover? What's his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was with Amazon.
Hashtag not my Uncle Aaron.
Got to get way better at this part of the job.
Dude, I still laugh at that scene when what Cat Williams was in it and the alligator.
Oh man, that whole thing is incredible.
So
yeah.
When they start playing Hey Love and the alligator walks out.
Yeah.
Oh man, and Cat Williams was gone.
Yeah.
He can still run.
I like that one. I like the one where Paperboy gets lost in the you get lost in the forest or something like that.
Yeah.
That was dope.
Robin season.
Yeah. I gotta go. You know what? I'll go back and rewatch Atlanta because I think I've only watched them one time. Due for a rewatch right about now.
The Teddy, what's his name episode.
Oh, I didn't like that. That was the one that I didn't like. I thought that
it was so weird.
Yeah.
Apparently people didn't know that was him on set.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, there's like a whole like little mini documentary about it. They didn't know on like even Lakeith Stanfield didn't know that was him in makeup on set.
Maybe.
And it wasn't until the end that he like sort of put it together.
Did you guys see Sorry to Bother You?
I got through about 75% of it.
All right.
That shit is wild.
That is a bonkers.
That project is incredible. Weird.
Yeah, I don't know that you can. So I don't partake, but I think that you probably have to be in an altered state to really enjoy that.
Maybe. It was something.
What is this?
Sorry to bother you.
Is that a movie, a TV show?
It's a movie. I think. No, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say it's on Hulu now. It's on Amazon Prime. It's on everything. But watch that when you. When would you want to watch that?
No children around. That
no
is
children around.
Not one for the kids.
Yeah. So Lakeith Stanfield and Donald Glover, right?
Was
Donald
he in
Glover.
it? I don't even remember.
He was the other telemarketer dude.
No, that's
Remember?
Danny Glover.
Danny Glover.
Yeah.
Not Donald Glover.
And Valkyrie.
Yes, she's in everything.
Yeah. I liked her in Westworld.
She was good in Westworld.
Dude, did you guys? I mean, I watched Westworld pretty religiously, and how can I do this with no spoilers? The episode with the Ketchida, the Native American episode. You can watch that episode. 2, I think. You can watch that episode in isolation like don't watch anything else ever for the show and just watch that one episode.
Uh-huh.
It's one of the few times in my life I've watched a TV show, and by about the middle of it, I was just sitting there on the bed with my head in my hands, just watching it, just like, this is so dope. Like, I couldn't believe it. It's so good. I highly recommend it.
I didn't make it through season 2. I watched the first maybe episode, two episodes of it. I was excited about it. Whatever reason, I don't know what it was. You know what it was? I was expecting it to be like Samurai World or whatever. I know that we do get that. I know that does happen, but I don't know. I think I got burnt out on it for some reason.
Yeah.
Darko X, has anyone seen Altered Carbon?
Yeah,
I have.
I love Altered Carbon. Yeah, it got canceled.
By the end, it got a little too wacky for me, I gotta say.
With Anthony Mackie?
With Anthony Mackie in it, I don't like him. His name is Clarence.
What?
He does that.
Not my Captain America. His name is Clarence.
How dare you?
You ever see the memes with him with that?
No.
Because like in 8 Mile, he played a character that Eminem ended up like, this dude's name is Clarence. He's got 2 real good parents, and like,
oh my God, he's Papa Doc. You're right.
Yeah, he's Papa Doc. So that's why I always say that. That's why I always say that when we talk about him.
You're right.
There's always
Holy
memes.
crap.
There's always memes whenever he does something good. They're like, they show that like him like staring at the screen as Papa Doc, just like sort of with like glassy eyes. It's like his name is still Clarence though. You guys have never seen those? They are hilarious.
Mm-hmm. Is that what you sent in the chat the other day?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, now thank you for letting me in on. I was like, what is this?
Of course, he's really my Captain America, but I'm just saying, his real name is Clarence.
Mr. Goop says Cheddar Bob shot himself, man.
Yep, he sure did.
Dude, you just blew my mind. You're right. He was Papa Doc. Crazy.
Yep. The woman from that movie passed away, right? What was her name? Is it Brittany Murphy? Yeah, is it Brittany Murphy?
No,
I think she passed away. Maybe I'm getting her name wrong.
Brittany Murphy is the younger girl, right? The blonde hair girl?
Yeah. I think she passed away.
Wait a minute.
I could be wrong.
I think she did too.
Yeah.
When did that happen? Are you kidding me? I like her.
A couple of years ago, I think, right?
We have confirmation from that. Yeah.
Rest in peace, Brittany Murphy.
Dude.
Sorry, I didn't mean to bring down the room. I apologize.
Wait a minute. This says 2009. That can't be right.
Well,
2009?
Yes. Just because you just found out does not change her time of death.
No,
I don't know
works.
if this is, no. Hey, listen. This could be some Wikipedia where anybody could enter the thing, so you guys can both shut the hell up. There you go. Also, I love Brittany Murphy. That's a shame, man. I didn't know that. Damn.
Yeah. All right. So for anybody listening that cares,
Toya C says she had the size clue.
Eesh. Westworld season 2, episode 8. You don't have to watch anything else from Westworld, but if you have HBO Max or whatever, Westworld season 2, episode 8, you can watch it by itself. You don't have to have any other inkling of what's going on in the show. It's one of the best hours of TV I've ever seen. It's amazing.
Cool.
How you like skip the whole first season? You just said one episode will explain it all. Crazy.
No, I see this, and this is where me and you have friction, my friend. I didn't say it would explain it all because
have friction though.
Because you're misinterpreting my words. I'm just saying it's a dope episode. It answers nothing.
That's a good thing?
That's it.
It is. And well, you know what? watch the episode, and then if you got something to say about it, we can talk about it. But
You meet me outside.
no. I'm just saying we could then chop it up, but I don't want to give away anything, so I can't say anything.
Okay.
Got a question from Vincent, Mike. What software do you use to pre-process your 3D prints?
Oh, cutting software? Like slicing software?
Yes.
Well, when I was using my Ender for FDM, I use Slice. What is it? Simplify 3D. And now I haven't used my resin printer yet. My Anycubic. So I got to find one. I mean, you guys know me, man. I hate subscription software, especially for something that I'm going to use all the time forever. So I don't. What's the one that you use, Brad? That you were talking about? Is it Chitu Box?
I was using Chitu Box, but I went over to
Lychee. Yeah. So I'm probably going to end up getting that, but I don't like the fact that I can't buy it, man. Just let me buy the damn thing.
Like
a yearly subscription.
I think you can buy Lychee.
What dude? What
Why do you want to own it though?
How are they making it better, man? Like, just give me the soft. Let me buy the software. Don't do that. Everything doesn't have to be subscription. You know what I'm saying.
Why do you want to own it though?
Why do I want to own it?
Yeah.
Because I hate this is the thing. I feel like they're going to charge far more by making me pay little increments each month. I did this when I had a subscription to something, and I looked and I had it for like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, and I didn't even use the thing. But I was like, damn, man, you know how many full pieces of software I could have bought for what I paid for this thing? So it just rubs me the wrong way. That's all. That's just me, man. I'm old.
So
No,
I must have bought Lychee for the year. So I bought it's $249 a month, or you could buy it for the year if you want.
Now you're buying it for the year, and then at the end of the year you got to renew, right?
Or you keep using the version you have.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I can live with that because that's what I'm doing for. Substance Painter. Like I always just buy it for the year, and then if they introduce something that's like a nice feature or whatever, I'll pick up another copy. Like I'll renew it.
Yeah. Man, Substance Painter got me, dude.
Yeah, sure.
I bought it on Steam, right? And then I found out that I always had to use Steam to run it, and at one point I think like updates weren't coming out the same or whatever. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna buy the real one and transfer my license over and whatever. And as I started to investigate, it was like, nope, can't do it. So I was like, damn it. So I bought it twice.
You know what I did that on? Marvelous Designer. I got it on Steam, and I was the same way.
Can you still buy Marvelous outright?
That's
probably not.
Marvelous Designer? No, they're actually. Yes, you can, but
can you?
It's better to do the subscription model, personally, for Marvelous. If they asking for that Maya money.
Yeah.
Mike, we have a question. What was the name of the tablet again, so I can link it in the chat?
Sure, it's the Sense Labs.
Sense Labs.
Yeah, XENCE LABS.
Oh, got it. You're welcome. Vincent says that he has the Peugeot version of MD, but he was grandfathered into it. Love that program. Yeah.
That's another one that I
designer this week.
Yeah, you're gonna have to drop the gem on that thing you did. And Danny knew about it. I did not. Tell the folks what you did this week with Marvelous Designer and Polygroups, right?
Share your screen, Brad.
Oh.
I'm sorry. No one wants to see the man behind the room, but I'll quickly show my Marvelous Designer.
There you go. Go full screen, Brad.
I will.
See, Mike, I told you it was only going to take a couple episodes before this guy became a maniac. See?
Yep.
Egomaniac.
Fame has gone to his head.
My goodness.
Fame has gone to his head.
I didn't ask for this.
He makes us take only he only wants red M&Ms now before the show. We gotta go pick out the red M&Ms.
You know I only want the chocolate ones.
Only Mariah Carey Christmas songs can play in the dressing room.
That's right. He's very particular now that he's gone Hollywood.
Yep. Yeah. We're not fans.
Gosh. And I didn't even want this model to be seen yet. I hate you guys.
I was gonna say you had to share your screen. That's all Danny.
I know that. Of course.
I did it. My fault. I mean, hey, listen. Sorry if you listen.
Hashtag sorry.
What you gonna say?
I'm not trying to pressure you into anything. I'm not trying to pressure you into anything. If you feel comfortable, then I'll let you make the next move.
It's not like it's a scary movie, Brad. I guess that's what we're trying to say.
Yeah, I can do it if it's not a scary movie.
We know that there are certain things you just won't do.
Yeah,
let's watch a scary movie.
Scary movie is that is. All right. So, what's the proper? Yes, just show my screen, not my face. So, inside, that off, solo, color off. So inside of ZBrush, I did some panel loops. I painted out how I wanted the loops to flow for this guy's suit. And I was able to, the panel loops have UVs on them. And you're able to take your panel loops into Marvelous Designer. And inside of Marvelous Designer, I was able to recreate the suit. So
you didn't have
the panels are cut out.
You have to draw and cut any of that stuff. It was automatically you brought them in. See, that's what's up, because I don't have time to be doing all that.
So there was some sewing that needed to be happened, like just some areas that didn't properly sew together. But the trick is that when you bring in your garment with UVs, you go to a pen and OBJ. You'll select. I have this thing called suits. I hit open. When you hit open, make sure you check this to trace. Add as a garment and add as a additional tool. This is key right here. By checking this, it'll lay out your UVs and it'll auto sew.
Nice.
So
it's a knowledge bomb. Bradford.
Yeah, this is Bradford dropping gems. This is why if you're not subscribed to Stylus League, you need to be. If you know anybody that is into any kind of 3D work, doesn't matter what it is, they need to be subscribed and watching this because I'm learning stuff from Danny and Bradley. You know what I'm saying? And I've been doing this for quite a while. So you never know when somebody's doing something you don't know about, and you're gonna find it here on the channel, you guys.
Yeah. And us, you as well, sir.
That is right. Oh, about well, sure. Yeah, thanks.
Learning. Yeah.
Never know where you're gonna learn some. But I'm not gonna quote him. I'm not gonna do it. Forget it. I was gonna say if you're not careful, you might learn something before you're done, but I'm not all about that dude anymore, so it's all good.
I don't even know where that quote is from.
Hey.
Oh, gotcha. Can't say the darndest things.
Oh, got another question for you, Mike. What's your painting process on Lion-O?
So I just kind of roughed in some color on him. I've been looking at lions and just kind of looking at the way that their fur is kind of broken up. So I did that for the chest also. I'm not really going like incredibly detailed on it, but I have. It's funny, I turned on everything, but I do have. But I just have like some basic colors. This is one of those things where I watched. I mean, I don't have to tell you, I'm a big fan of Daniel Bell, and I watched him sculpting, and he just kind of really banged in some quick colors on his guys, and it really kind of makes all the difference. You know what I mean? Just having that in early helps. Yeah, I don't know where I have this tunic. And turn that off. Okay. If anybody can tell me a way to selectively, like, I wish I could group stuff that I'm not using and then keep that. I guess maybe I can. Let me try this real quick. There's stuff I don't want to have turned on that I am.
So you could just use the
folder,
gizmo
right?
highlight. Yeah, with the gizmo, start clicking all of it, open and put in a folder.
Yeah.
Hey Brad, the music cut out.
Oh, cut out. Thank you.
I wonder if it plays for a certain amount of time and then cuts off here.
No, I think because I shared my screen, it cut it out.
Okay. Yeah, but if I turn off his chest piece, then you can see that I did a similar thing for his chest where I just kind of went in. And originally I was going to have the little peekaboo ab thing, and I decided against it. Oh.
Call me. That's said that Marvel's designer is hard, man. It is not hard if you do it the way I did it. But I will tell you, it is hard if you got to create every panel from scratch and sew something together. I've done it that way, and you definitely have to have like the creative piece of your brain definitely shuts off.
You got to be patient as hell too. So I got a friend, I kind of came up in the fashion industry. I think Danny talks about back in the day when he used to see my Echo ads. But I have a really good friend. His name is Pell. And he was part of the cut and sew team for Echo, and now he does his own stuff. But I always reach out to him like, dude, why don't you break me off some of your old patterns? Like, give me some patterns. And I never thought that I would care about that kind of stuff. But even doing something like engineering pants, just so that they they do what I want them to do turn into a thing for me, like jackets and all that stuff. So
I saw. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say, if anybody knows of a place where you can just buy patterns that you can, plug into Marvelous, that would be dope.
Yeah, but then you still got to go through the hassle of trying to fit it onto your model and all the other stuff.
I mean, that's true, but at least I know how they work. I can't wrap my mind around the way that patterns work, man. He used to buy jeans and cut them apart. Oh, go ahead, Danny.
No, I was going to say, there's a really, really good tutorial series by, I'm probably going to butcher her name, Medina Chianiti. You guys have seen that stuff? She demystifies a lot of that kind of stuff in that.
Is that the girl that sounds like Bjork? Because I love her series.
Yes.
She's so dope. She goes by, what's the name she goes by?
I don't know.
She's got like a cute name. I can't remember what it is. But yeah, she sounds like Bjork.
But in that, she, like, one of the things she said in that, I think it was hers. She's like, you got to remember, every panel wants to fall to the floor desperately, but like you have to put the stitches in the right spot to hold them together. Right. And she goes through and like runs a few simulations. She's like, if I look at it with an eye towards, hey, this panel wants to fall, how do I keep it from falling? It makes it easier. And it like just, I don't know, for me, it like changed a part of my brain. I was like, oh, this just got way easier to think about. And then I tried to do it again and I failed. And I was like, all right.
I remember watching her entire series and I learned a lot. And then I didn't use Marvelous for like 3 months and I forgot everything, dude.
Yep.
Yeah, I learned my process from Outgang as well. Darko, Outgangs for sure. Lars doing some amazing things over there.
Yeah, they are dope. When you told me they had a thing to subscribe to, Bradley, I subscribed the next month.
Dude, we're almost at a show.
Yes. Oh wow, yeah. Crazy.
Did we do everything we were supposed to do? All our segments and everything?
Yes, we did.
Okay.
Nice.
Yes, we did.
All right, guys. So we have 1 week left between the shows to tighten up our stuff. Danny, you want to get together everything so we can show where you're at? Put our pencils down?
Yep.
Okay.
And guys, for next week, one of the things that we are talking about doing is like going through and breaking down the process. Like sort of, you get the quick time, or not quick time, but you get like the time lapse videos between shows, and then you get like the shows. But just sort of doing a quick breakdown on a couple of the things that got us to our finish next week. So.
So what's your goal?
So Dan?
My goal is to finish. My goal is to get them in a pose and lit and rendered. So this weekend I want to finish up the sculpting completely, and then pose them up by Tuesday. Start rendering from Tuesday on. So
cool. And I need to figure out what I'm going to do with his right arm. And get the claws in there, sculpt the hand fully, because right now it's just kind of roughed in, and just do general like touch-up stuff, wrinkles and things of that nature. Yep. So we're getting there. I think we're doing a good job, and I feel proud of you, and I'm proud of me, my friend.
Well, thank you, sir. I am proud of you as well.
Cool.
So please like and subscribe to our channel. Please share it with your friends and fellow Stylus leaguers. And again, this couldn't happen without you. So our goal is to get to 500 subscribers within the next 30 days, and ideally we can open up our Discord after that. So please share it. And if you have any ideas, or if you want to pitch some ideas of what the guys could work on for the next project, please leave it in the comment on the video and we'll check it.
Yeah.
And if
All
you
right.
haven't already, there's still time to get in on the Anti-Venom pre-order. If you go to my Gumroad, Brad, can you type it in there for me, man? I can't see the thing.
Sure.
Go to my Gumroad, or you can go to my website and go to the store section now, and it takes you right to my Gumroad. Get that. It has my entire process for sculpting, from a base mesh all the way to a finished super villain dude for print. Thanks, man. All right, guys. I think on that, we're going to end it exactly at 11, and we'll see you next week. Good night.
Yeah.
See you, fellas.
See you, everybody.
All right.